Good afternoon, guys. Let's start. This is AOL, by the way. Let's start with the guy at the center of Trump's fake dossier. Here's what he had to say. He says, "I'm really pleased to be back here working again at the Orbis's offices in London." Steele told Press Association reporters. And then outside Orbis's offices, he continued, "I'm now going to be focusing my efforts on supporting the broader interests of our company here. I'd like to say a warm thank you to everyone who sent me kind messages and support over the last few weeks. Just to add, I won't be making any further statements or comments at this time." In other words, he's lawyered up, he's in hot water, and he knows he could be in really deep doo-doo for what he did. So, moving on to Alabama lawmakers. They are preparing to impeach Robert Bentley, their governor. Why? Because he's been having an affair with a married woman. Not cool, you know? It ain't cool. And he's a Republican, by the way. Don't matter. You know, the shit ain't cool. And then the Justice Department nominee, who would oversee federal investigations involving Russia's meddling in the 2016 election. He refused today, to commit to recusing himself and appointing a special prosecutor to lead such inquiries. U.S. Attorney Rob Rosenstein, who was nominated by President Donald Trump to become Deputy Attorney General, the number 2 spot at the Justice Department, testified at his confirmation hearing that he would defend the integrity of the independence of the department. But, however, he said he lacked the information needed to determine whether an independent prosecutor was even necessary. He says, "If I were confirmed, I would need to familiarize myself with the facts. I would need to consult with experts in the department," Rosenstein, the top federal prosecutor for Maryland, told the Senate Judiciary Committee. "I'm not aware of any requirement for me to recuse at this time, but as a lawyer, I would need to know what I'm recusing from." In other words, he knows it's all bullshit. And then meet the woman about Trump's claim, and obviously it's far more than a claim. He was wiretapped. Her name is Mensch, and anyway, so she it just has an article here on AOL about her. She's a journalist at the center of President Trump's, they say, unsubstantiated. How in the hell? You know, they wonder why nobody believes them. The claims have been very substantiated that Obama spied on him. In fact, he spied on a whole lot of people. And these people are trying to pretend, oh, well, it never happened. Yeah, right. You know, and you're on what drug? Gee, what group of drugs are you doing? Anyway, so the former British lawmaker turned News Corps executive found herself thrust into the spotlight after Trump accused stupid Obama of wiretapping his phones at the Trump Tower. And as we all know now, he really did. Anyway, and then a few things here. Senate Democrats, they want Trump's tax returns. They say, this is national security. Really? That's all they... No, it's not national security because it wasn't tied to Russia at all, and they're still playing the Russian card. And guess what? The people are so fed up with that bullshit. First, one of the viewers, you know, I mentioned like there's 100,000 people that go missing every year from the U.S. alone. She broke it down. That's 274 people every single day that go missing in this country. 274 every single day. That's a lot of human trafficking. I don't care who you are. It's got to be stopped. And then Steve Bannon, and believe me, Trump is trying to. And then Steve Bannon says, as one of the viewers said, he says, don't be surprised if people around Obama and Obama himself end up in prison. So when you hear stuff like, oh, well, this could be the end of Trump, he's going to be impeached. The only reason that they would try to impeach him is they want to get him before he gets them. They are so worried about him putting them in jail. That's why they want his ass impeached. They don't want him impeached because he's doing something wrong, because he's not doing anything wrong. He's doing everything right for the country. He is doing exactly what we elected him to do. And keep in mind, this is the first guy that's been elected president, at least in my lifetime. And so they just want to stop him from putting their asses behind bars, whether it be for pedophilia, stealing money, wiretapping, you name it. They don't want to go to jail. And some of them, like Obama, could go to jail for life. Anyway, that's all for now. I feel better after that. God bless y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.